Hey there, Dr. Carolyn Snodgrass here. This video is about fraction types. Always remember the rules don't change, only the numbers do. Let's get started. Let's look at this first fraction. Proper fractions are the ones we are used to when we started learning about fractions. The top number is always less than the bottom number. You'll see other examples as 1/4, 9/10, 16/37. And so I think of the word proper as something we're always been used to, so it's a proper fraction. Now let's talk about improper fractions. An improper fraction always has the top number larger than the bottom number. Such examples might be a silly way that I remember this is I think of Dolly Parton is larger on top, so some of her dresses are improper. I don't necessarily believe that 100%. I think she's brilliant. But sometimes if you think of silly ways to remember things, you're more likely to remember them. Now let's talk about mixed numbers. A mixed number, the word mixed, means that it has a whole number and a fraction in it. Mixed numbers are used for presentation. You usually tell a doctor you need 3½ tablets. You don't tell them that you need 7/2 of a tablet. For the most part, you don't use mixed numbers in math. Again, you use them as presentation. In order to do math with a mixed number, we usually go back and forth between these two formats. These two fractions are not the same. So I'm going to give you an example below. Let's start with 4½. Now, how to go from a mixed number to an improper fraction, I have another silly little story I use. I think of Eminem's song, Two Girls Go Round the Outside. And the two girls are the multiply and the add. Again, like if it's a silly saying, you're more likely to remember it. But I just do that one for fun. So you multiply the 4 and the 2, which is 8. And don't forget to add on the top number. 8, 9. You write that answer on the top. And then you get to keep the bottom. And you're done. So then you're ready for the math. Now let's do another example. Let's start with improper. Let's try 16/3. What you're going to do is you're going to divide the top divided by the bottom. So 3 goes into 16 5 times with the remainder of 1. And I tell people this little R that I did as a remainder, just smash that out with a hammer and make it your line. And then you get to keep the bottom like you did before. In all, the main thing you need to remember is around the outside, or this little remainder. Divide with the remainder and put it on top. And of course, keep your bottoms. Last but not least, anytime you get an improper fraction that divides out evenly, you will get a whole number. And that will be the number you do your math with. Also, if you have a whole number, you make it into an improper fraction by always putting it over 1.